there are those who believe that life here began out there, far across the universe, with tribes of humans who may have been the forefathers of the Egyptians, or the Toltecs, or the Mayans. Some believe that there may yet be brothers of man who even now fight to survive somewhere beyond the heavens.
Hello, everybody. We thought we'd have a little screw around time. Loki's here. It's Loki's view. He'll tell you all about it. Why don't you tell us, Loki?
Well, I am crazy tight framing the moon right now. Got the gear up, got a couple clearish nights. Figure we should get this whole Astro thing settled. Hopefully it's looking good on your end, folks, because it should be pretty crisp, because that's what I'm sending out. Looks like we got some folks in the chat already, too. We got Pajama Pants. Hey, what's this then? Lol. I'm showing you things that you're not supposed to see, Mr. Flat Earther.
Yeah. PJ, look. It's spherical.
Then we got Dr. Bob in chat. Hey there, buddy.
Hey, Dr. Bob.
One of the things I've chatted with you about a couple times about getting it dialed in, getting it something that looks nice and flows nice. This is kind of what I've been doing. I got a real-time clock. I got what gear I'm using, what my exposure is, my target, weather, plus I drop chat in there just for hell of it. And occasionally, I will even get, hold on, let me see if I can key it. Where did I hide it in OBS? Ah, there it is. Streamlabs and shilling. Okay, so let's turn off shilling and turn it back on. Hopefully it'll key. And you guys will get a little pop-up saying, hey, like, subscribe, stuff. But not too ostentatious.
Oh, that's cool. Here, I need 1 second here. I've got all kinds of screwed up because I wasn't prepared. 1 second here.
Yeah, we got George, Icarus, Christina. We got a bunch of people in chat right now. Wow, that's kind of cool. Well, somebody's about to go off to bed, but did you want to say hi real quick? Hurry up, say hi.
So I just wanted to step in to say, hello, this is me, the Empress of Mars, on the mic right now, and I'm about to go to bed, so I'm going to wish you the biggest good night ever found in the universe by alien scientists.
Awesome.
Good
night, Empress.
Hugs to you.
Oh, she's so cute.
That's cool.
Good night, Christina.
Yes, give me my hug. All right, off to bed.
I'm squeezing Daddy right now.
There you go. Off to bed.
Okay. Ow. I hurt myself.
Yeah, it's because the stupid headset mic thing. So, Bob asked in chat, do I have a template for it? Actually, I do. I actually have templates set up for pretty much everything. I'm using OBS Portable for each individual configuration. So right now I'm pushing 1440 on my side to stream. That's one OBS Portable profile. Then I have a 1080p stream. That's another profile, stuff like that. So, and if you
forgot about resolution, I could have put this up higher.
Yeah, I'll have to, once we get done messing around, I'll actually have to go back and take a look at the live stream, because I'm actually having to monitor chat on a tablet, and I can't really view the stream right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm lucky because I've got my live chat built into a browser dock in OBS. It's literally right in front of me. Although I have 3 screens, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway. It's just,
At this point, with the way everything's set up, and Dr. Bob can attest to this. When you do Astro, you have tons of windows open all the time for all the various software. Right now, I am 6 windows deep. And that's even without streaming to you, without monitoring chat or anything else. In fact, I can't even monitor the green room half the time.
Yeah. Well, we'll have that in Teams coming up, so that'll be nice, right?
Yeah.
Here.
So,
somebody in the chat asked for this, so there you go. There's Uranus. Level 70, there you go.
If Bob says best to do it with 2 displays, using 2 computers. Well, what I'm using now is an old 1080p, like 46-inch, that I'm faking 4K. So I already have 1, 2, 4 1080p windows, plus the mount control software, and I don't even have the guiding software running yet. So, yeah, kind of buried. If you've ever seen Chuck's Astrophotography, his layout on his displays, it's insane because he runs more stuff than I do.
I'd like to get into some myself. I'm going to be looking into that this year because I think that looks like a lot of fun to get into. And I've got all the computery parts I need. I just need to, mount camera, a couple things,
Yeah.
The 130 Celestron I have right now would be good enough, and improve the tube later.
Yep, it's a rabbit hole. It's definitely a rabbit hole.
Yeah, Bob's saying he runs the telescope mount, camera, guiding functions on one computer, and then he runs the production on another and log into it with remote desktop. Yeah. Yeah, well, Bob, I already got a Celestron 130 EQ telescope, right? So, and I've got Barlow's and eyepieces and all that crap. So, yeah, it's time for the mount now for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, unfortunately, tonight, with the moon being almost full, it's kind of hard to really see anything else. There's a cluster of popular galaxies right next to the moon right now. Then there's another cluster right next to the moon right now. I think with as bright as my skies, I might be able to catch the Orion Nebula before it drops below, before it gets too low in the sky. But yeah, we're just kind of testing everything out to make sure when we go to do the astronomy donation live stream, for those that donated for astronomy time, that it'll end up looking good.
Yeah, that's the whole idea here. We're experimenting with Teams right now instead of Google Meets because we have more control over the bandwidth and some other features and whatnot. And so far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. That's for sure, man. It is definitely higher quality.
Yeah, level 70 in chat. The atmospheric distortion is freaky. Is there any way to filter that out? I could remove the atmosphere. My skies are really unstable right now. Over on the Backyard Observatory channel, I live stream the sun, and now that one was interesting. It was all kinds of wobbly.
Here, I know exactly what we need if you want to clean out the atmosphere. Here, hold on a second. I can't get it to work right. I'm trying a different browser here and whatnot as well, and for some reason I'm having a real hard time with just basic functions. I don't know what's going on right now. Yeah. I might have to just give up.
Yeah, Dr. Bob, I have Stellarium back behind it, and that's where I'm pulling the target information from. If I had, oh God, I can't remember the name of the software, but it's only on Mac, and it actually has a function where you can actually pull target data in a separate window.
Bob's a Mac guy. He probably knows.
Yeah, well, Stellarium's is fairly easy. I mean, it's open source. I can get it in portable. It's free. Oh, Sky Safari. That's it. That's the software that works real well, but they only have it for mobile devices and Macs. They don't have a Windows version.
Bob says, run your astronomy off Windows.
Yep. Well, that's where most of the software still is. And the funny thing is, with astronomy software, it really is a case of if it ain't broke, don't fix it or update it. So there's a lot of software that we use that's hasn't seen an update in like 10, 20 years. Well, those, hey, it works. Why bother? Yeah, Bob Science Guy. Stellarium, SharpCat, PhD2, and ASCOM. Yeah. That's pretty much what I'm running, except instead of ASCOM, I'm running EQ mod. Because I have a Skywatcher mount. But pretty much same.
I just realized something stupid. Not a first, though. But I had some light music playing in the background, and I just realized that I never bothered to capture it into OBS. Nobody can hear it.
Well, I still have Fluidscape running in the background.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. I generally use that or Deep Sky something, because they're kind of calming. It's kind of what I was using for my 4K all sky cam.
Oh, Bob said he just heard the music there too. I think I finally just got it up like okay. Let me know if it's too loud or quiet. Echo. Where are we getting an echo from? Really? Oh. I wonder. You know how Meats, the Shills Meat account, Loki, would always you don't hear yourself talk, so I would always monitor through that one.
Oh, yeah.
I have a feeling that that it might do it that way. Okay, so do you guys hear the song still right now? No song now. Okay, so now do you hear it? Okay. Okay, yeah, no, Meats is doing the same, Teams and Meats are doing the same thing. It just, for a second, that freaked me out. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't like that. That was funny.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I had, I kind of finally settled on this template, and one of the crazy things I can do, shield your eyes if you're offended by ugly people. There, now I'm on camera. And once we do the donation stream for everybody, for those that donated, I can expand this out, and the Empress would be right here.
Yeah.
And then if I need to mute, And I'm back.
Cool.
But yeah.
You'll be good. What? Oh, PJ's flurfing, I think.
Are we going to see the
PJ,
moon?
you
in
flurfing?
Let's see if I believe I have a negative filter in here. I could convert the moon. Hold on. No, I don't. I don't have it set up in here. There, I'll scroll that back up so you guys can see the exposure time. Colors changed and see what's... Yeah, that's such a dumb thing. But anyway. Great, they can hear the music. Now I can't hear the music, damn it.
Oh, did I turn it on? Oh, shoot. Oops. I overclicked.
No. Go ahead. You can do that. I'll just listen to Fluidscape on my end. So.
Oh, it's back in. It should be anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
It seems to be. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. In Teams, I have to click high fidelity music mode.
Or otherwise it cuts.
Yeah. Hear it? Now it's playing proper. Hear it?
Yeah.
Now I can judge it under us better. That's what was going on. See, I'm still learning this Teams stuff. Okay, yeah, I've got the chat popped out, so now I can pop up things that people say.
So there's a little notice in the bottom right-hand corner that says, best viewed at 1440p. Granted, we're not transmitting at 1440p on the Shills, but Bob,
we will be, though.
One of the things you might want to think about when doing your Astro live streams is to actually push it to 1440p versus 1080. Because for some reason, at the exact same bit rate, the 1440p stream on YouTube is a shitload better. I mean, it is significantly better.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I mean, I sat there one day and pushed 30 megabits at 1080p. And then turned around and did a second test stream at 1440 at 6 megabits. And the 6 megabit 1440 was better looking.
Jeez, eh?
It makes no sense.
That's one hell of a change up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So right now what I got it doing is I have SharpCap running the feature tracking feature so that it keeps the moon almost perfectly centered because of how tight the framing is.
Okay. So fuck my phone. Sorry, one sec.
So if there's a little, breeze or burr in the gearing or something like that, which would normally pop the moon out of frame, this will auto compensate. So just for fun, because if the details look good there with the moon, and that's actually a high detail thing, what I will do is I will disable the tracking, go back to standard track rate, and I will try to see if I can get it to slew over to Orion. And what I will do is I'm going to do a quick camera change. It's about to get real bright real quick. Actually, let me start slewing first. There.
Oh, what happened? You just took everything away. I wasn't fucking with shit. What are you doing?
I'm going to go over to Orion.
Oh, okay. Should I start singing Metallica? I guess you don't sing in that song, but you know what I mean.
So what you guys are seeing now is like a 12 frame per second, maxed out gain kind of thing, so you can actually see the stars go by as the scope slows. And that's one of the pre-configured capture profiles I have set up in SharpCap.
Looks like old film.
Almost dead center. Almost.
All right. So what happens when it gets dead center? Do you shoot?
Oh, that's a whole nother game. That's the satellite hunting game.
Yeah, we need. I need control of the weapons. Like, I want the red button. You know, as I see an alien fly by, I can just shoot him down. I want the target back, though. It doesn't seem so militaristic now. You just took me from "Do you want to know more?" to, like, you know, Sunday news.
There you go.
Yeah, see? You know?
Yeah, so what other things? Well, I mean, one of the things I do have planned is that whole satellite hunting game with the Empress. The problem is I can't get the gamepad to work. Because there are times where I need to track diagonally, and the gamepad plugin for the tracking software doesn't like diagonal tracking. It's very, very finicky. There's like could it be that whole thing where there's old style joystick controls in Windows and new style? Some joysticks have a switch, it's X and direct input or whatever, and maybe that's what's actually going on. Well, one of the frustrations with the ASCOM pad is what it's called. It allows you to control the mount with a gamepad. It will see analog sticks, but it won't treat them like analog sticks. So you're stuck using a D-pad half the time. Which, if you're trying to track something that is not... and let me remove this. If you're trying to track something that is not, you know, moving exactly left, right, up, down, it's kind of a pain in the ass. But let's go ahead and drop this over to Rapid Stack. And that should actually be at 15 seconds. And 300 gain, which is a bit pushing it. But, and the first frame should come in pretty soon. And I need to unflip rotate.
Bring the target up. I got a gag.
in the chat. Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start. Hells yeah. I'll get this one. There you go.
Boom. Had to do it.
Oh, and right down there on the bottom, right there, you'll see it coming in. That is a satellite. I don't have the satellite tracking software we're running right now, so I can't tell you which one it is. Considering where it is in the sky, that is probably DirecTV 17, I think.
Is there a Walmart on that satellite? There's sure to be a McDonald's.
Fake CGI. Oh, I think so.
That's funny.
So what I'll do is I'll do a rapid stack. Do just quick short stack. And the way I have this set up is once I start to do the live stack, clear. There we go. And do it this way. So when I go to adjust anything, you guys can actually see me adjusting levels and such. Well, that ain't right. So you put up these UFOs, that's so funny.
I can't believe how well that all lined up. I had no. That was awesome.
Now, Dr. Bob, if you want to play around with some other more interesting things when you go to do your live stream, we'll probably get together with a couple of the folks that do Astro live streams to try to get them in an OBS configuration where they can expand things a bit more. Because in the latest OBS, you can do this. Wait for that to pop up. Oh, we're going to plate solve, aren't you? There we go. I now have annotations on screen.
Oh, yeah, cool. I was being old man squinty eye. I'm like, what?
In that damn satellite.
Wonder if we can do anything about the satellite. See if I've got any weapons available at my disposal here. Never know.
Now, with the moon being in the sky, there's only so much I can do. Plus, my skies are very, very bright.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Right about there.
Oh, super chat. NA for $6.66. So with the right coordinates, I can get free direct TV? Yeah. I have a booklet you can buy for $666 in A&A, and it tells you exactly what the coordinates are. Give you a deal.
Now, I'd send you a dish, but I plan on using that dish Rex.
Well, I'd send you a dish, but I have a set of 4, and if I have company come over, I need my plates.
We got an old direct TV dish on the roof. I plan to tear that down and use that for long range line of sight Wi-Fi.
The question is, what
do
is
that
it?
out at my folks' farm. See if I can't break the record.
Oh, that was funny. I got to turn on the monitor for some of these gags I keep bringing up.
Yeah, because I'm not seeing them till after they hit the stream.
Yeah. Like, here, let me get this one in. Let me make sure the monitor's up so you can hear it. Yeah.
The question is, what is it? What are its intentions? What are its capabilities?
And just to drive the producer nuts, no, I am not monitoring Green Room. I am not monitoring Backroom Chat because I got too many damn windows open.
I'm not either right now, actually. DKG Custom popped in. CF Beauty popped in. Cool. Michelle, Christina, Ugly Jer. I'm Monkey. I just did it. Oh, my God. I need a mirror. I see Ugly and Christina and John and Tony. Chris Durham, he's not here. I see Loretta. Charlie Welch's grape juice. Hold my beer. See, I just don't say that to people, man. Not a chance.
Too many windows equals high IQ. No. Too many windows means somebody needs to consolidate all this damn software into one package. Oh, wait, there is. It's called Nina, which runs best on Linux. No. I'm not going through that nightmare. No, I installed Ubuntu to try to set up Nina to get everything dialed in, and it's not like SharpCap and Stellarium and stuff. It's one of those, no, you need to set up everything by hand. You need to type in how large the pixels are in the camera and all this other stuff. It's like, no, that's too much damn work.
You gotta work for it, eh?
Plus, it's not good for streaming. It's better for astrophotography because it doesn't do like a live view kind of thing. Why are you set at custom rate? God damn you, EQ mod. Stop doing that.
Oh.
What was that ugly?
Something.
This meat puppet mask? This is Martian Standard Issue hologram.
Oh, wait.
You guys see the top of my head because I'm staring down trying to read chat on this little tablet on the desk. So, Dr. Bob, if you're still out there, or anybody else who does a little bit of astro, is it over sharpened? Is what you're seeing over sharpened? Because I'm running a sharpening filter through OBS. Actually, let me turn it off for a second. This is with the sharpening filter off. And that's with it back on.
Gotta have fucking grub muffin. He's hanging out with you, dude. See?
Oh, hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. You gonna reach over and just pet you on the head? Yeah. Chris Durham. Lokifish is human? Time to unsub.
Yeah. These shills are liars.
We do have human suits. We have to wear human suits.
That's true.
Now the question is where exactly do I hide that second set of arms in my human suit?
There. Hello. I exist too. Look, I even have a telescope behind me. Mine's just doing fuck all. This is actually doing something.
Edgar suits. Yes, exactly. Except ours are better.
Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah. Grubby's gonna hang out over here.
Oh, wait. I know what I forgot to do. Where did I put it? There we go.
Here,
there we go.
Let me turn on the audio for this one for you. Oh shoot, it already got away from me. Yeah, damn it, I'll do it. Now it's up. You can hear it next time. It's that thing with OBS. Why can I not turn on audio monitoring for a hidden source? That's not fair.
Yeah.
You know?
So another extra little feature I dropped in and getting all this set up is now under gain, you now see how many frames I've stacked, how many I've dropped, and how long the stack time is. Otherwise known as integration time. You know what? I'm wondering why none of the big astro channels that do live streams do setups like this. It's generally just a guy and a mic, maybe a webcam, and then the feed from the scope.
Yeah. No, it should be, hanging out too. I think that's why a lot of people don't quite catch on.
Yeah. One of the big frustrations I have when watching any astronomy live stream is, so dude, what camera are you using? What is your exposure setting? Your gain setting? What's the histogram curve? Please do tell me.
Talk like that is never going to keep non-astronomers around, right?
Yeah,
people
but
just go, they feel like Mipet. Their eyes gloss over because you said hard drive.
But yeah, I mean, here's me adjusting the histogram, stuff like that, having little bits of information like this pop up when folks are doing live streams. Astro live streams. Most of the folks that watch Astro live streams are kind of Astro geeks anyway. And if any of us doing any actual deep sky imaging kind of want to know, so what gear are you using?
Yeah, I get it, but it's more accessible if it's less lighthearted, and then you insert the heavy stuff sometimes, but not always.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah, agreed, Bob. It looks great, eh?
Having the basic exposure information up here and this side here and all kind of helps clear things up. It answers a lot of questions.
Yeah. NA. He said hard.
Well, thanks, Bob. Considering my skies, I mean, I'm Bortle 8, Bortle 9, got a full moon going on. I'm surprised I'm catching what I'm catching. Because normally, under my skies, for any of you folks who live in darker areas, go outside just past quarter moon and look at how bright the sky is. And my skies are like that all the time.
Oh, shoot. I have a thing I have to do here for about 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Okay. Now, with the short stack, it's blowing out a lot of the central core. What I will do is I'm going to switch things over, folks, to my other configuration, which is very, very long exposures. So this screen's going to be black for about... Oh, cool. What I will do is I will clear this stack right about the time the first image is supposed to show up. Boston skies crap. Yep. So is DC and a number of other cities. Actually, what's funny is per capita where I live, per capita, my city has like some of the worst light pollution in the country. I think they actually went out of their way to make to get that record. So, Charlie, you got a Celestron and phone mount and go out for the conjunction in all clouds. Yep. I actually have an equation for clouds due to purchase of astronomy equipment or the importance of the event. I'll have to put that on a mug on my merch for my channel. Yeah. Actually, it's better than pulling out your telescope? Purchasing gear. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be a filter. It could be a cable. It could be anything. Purchase gear. You will get cloud and rain for days. And the number of days of clouds is directly related to how bad you need it, how bad you want it, and how much it cost. The Grant asked, do you see any flat planets out there? No, but it did take a look at Jupiter and Venus earlier while I was setting things up. Ooh, high desert skies, yeah. I've been out in the Highland Desert in Western Oregon, and those are some dark damn skies. So seeing the Milky Way is on the top of your list, Charlie? Well, I'll have to kidnap you and take you out to a dark site and do some astronomy at some point. CF Beauty asked if the lens heater thingy works for fog. On my small scope, I generally don't need a dew heater. On the larger scope, I do. When I go to do some planets and stuff like that, I'll get up, but it does make a big difference. It really does. So I am waiting for about, okay, so that long frame will be about 20 seconds. Got two 12-inch Celestrons. Shame the speakers. All right, so let's clear. And where's that first frame? I am not guiding. And the sky is definitely way too for this. I didn't do a polar alignment earlier. I think I'll just switch back to the rapid. In fact, I will switch back to full frame. I'm blind, it's too much light. That's a good one, Ugly. Drop back down, come on. You know what's really nice with this, with the rapid stacking at higher gain, is you guys can actually see the noise go away, actually see it get smoother and smoother. He still has that grub muffin dancing over there. So yeah, CF Beauty, I will definitely be using the dew heater. Actually, I might end up having to use the dew heater on even the small scope this summer, because it tends to get pretty bad. Now, for those of you that don't know, what a dew heater does is it keeps the front of the telescope just warm enough so that there's no condensate, there's no dew condensing on the optics. And when you live in an area where the humidity generally tends to be pretty crappy at night, dew heaters are amazing. Dew heaters make doohickeys warm. Yes, exactly. And if you have really small feet, you can wrap your feet up in them. So this, of course, is Orion Nebula. Right up here, off the top, that's Running Man. In fact, I will do another annotation. You can do it. Come on, you can do it. There we go. I kind of like being able to do this. So what are we looking at? Click there. Let's move that annotation window over so that I can actually see the other windows. Let's see. If they say lower sword, you better do it or you'll end up with 5 crossbow bolts in the back. Yeah. But I mean, I was an adventurer once until I took an arrow in the knee, so. Where's that B word? A lot higher up. Do you want to take a look at it, level 70? I mean, it's not much up there. It's just a star. Okay. I will just clear this. I'm actually not saving any of these stacks. We're just about... Okay. Let's... Hold on. That was the wrong one. Let's live view. Now, except for all the grain, if anybody was out in a reasonably dark area with pair of binoculars, this is kind of what you would see if you looked at the Orion Nebula. Now let's slew up to Betelgeuse.
Hey, I'm back.
Okay. No, I didn't notice you were gone.
I had to, that whole thing where Felix was going to have a little pizza party. Well, the kid that was having the little pizza party is in the middle of a glacial meltdown. So I had to jump into action and get something ready for him and stuff. Kids, you know. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Try to get that reflection. There we go. Now we'll just switch it over to the crop velvet. I forgot to put it in a rapid stack. There we go. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much about all you're going to see.
What are we looking at? Sorry, I missed that.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, cool.
That's the second time I've said it. I'm not going to say it again.
Yeah, whenever you do it the third time, Michael Keaton shows up. He doesn't leave until you fed him supper. I mean, it's just out of hand, you know?
Yeah.
All my audio work in the background seems to have worked out really well because it is absolutely clear and rocking. There's not a glitch in sight. I went through with latency monitor and went through every one of my connections and reset the buffers and whatnot and got myself to a good spot.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool. It took a little while, but it's worth it.
Real Cygnus asked, is Andromeda visible? Unfortunately, it is not. Andromeda is actually down below the horizon. Can't see it. Could possibly see it if I decided to stay up until tomorrow morning. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Let's find a halfway decent cluster to look at.
Dr. Bob's wondering whereabouts location-wise you are.
Hampton Roads. Yeah, I don't see any halfway decent compact clusters, but let's see. No, that's over on the south side, isn't it? No, it's on the east side. I don't want to do that.
Find the clusterfuck constellation.
Okay, I'm bored. Let's see if we can get that.
There's the TARDIS. Look at it go.
Drop it over into live view. And that would be right there. So let's bring that up.
Oh, ready? Aim. Fire!
You know, if you keep destroying all these astronomy targets, we're not going to have anything to look at.
I got an itchy trigger finger.
Okay, that's all wrong. That's rapid. That's supposed to be 300 gain. And started a base of 15 seconds. Save. There. Save that damn profile. Okay, all those numbers look good. There we go. And we'll just do a quick live stack. Oh, look, there's the satellite. Now, the nice thing with this, not only do you guys get to see exactly what I'm shooting, with this annotations, the software also allows me to just simply, there's a second window that pops off to the side. I just click on that and it automatically assigns the target name for if I go to start capturing images. So I don't have to remember.
Cluster.
Yep.
It wasn't that Nirvana?
I think that was heart-shaped box.
Oh.
Then again, if you throw it really hard and it ends up in the sky, I guess that would be a cluster.
Heart-shaped box. It wasn't like singing about his girlfriend, was he? That'd be like a nasty way to say it. Song about eating cancer. Wow, really? It's an odd song. Oh, Bob was asking again where you're located. Where did you say, Loki?
Hampton Roads.
He's gonna look up and pull up Stellarium and see what's rocking.
That little satellite there. Then again, I haven't updated my telemetry, my satellite telemetry, so I don't even know what the hell which one it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I'll call that, we want to ruin your astrophotography satellite number 637.
Look, Hubble's flying by.
Now, you know what's funny is there's actually guys that that do photograph the Hubble from ground.
Yeah.
As well as track Keyhole 12. Basically the CIA version of the Hubble that's pointed the opposite direction.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny when flat earthers go, well, why don't they just turn the Hubble around and point it at the ground? No, you're wrong. The CIA was doing that for years before the Hubble was launched.
Yeah, yeah. Look, Loki, you got the space station.
That's it. Next one. Next, yeah, bring it on.
Oh, target acquired. I'm gonna get in trouble here. Okay.
Trying to read through the chat. Yep, nothing addressed to me. Okay, I'm good. But yeah, when I go to do the astronomy slot stream, this is pretty much what we'll be doing, and then we'll have we still planning on having the folks that donated in the teams meet at the same time.
Yeah.
So they can, instead of typing something in chat, just go, dude, go point at this thing. Okay.
Yeah. Oh. Beep. Okay. Gotta watch. There's a couple things about to happen in life. Oh, okay. Yep. I'll be 2 more minutes. Right back. 1 second here.
Don't mind me. I'm looking at cover caps that I have sitting on my desk for some reason for optics in the camera. Stupid me didn't put it in the bag where the camera's supposed to go. Better not lose those. Let's see what else. And my Discord beeped at me. I'm doing something real quick. Come on. I know you can do it. Okay. So if you folks are wondering what I'm doing, I'm talking to Dr. Bob here in the background real quick. God. Charlie with the fake CGI stuff. Actually, what's funny is the lens mount adapter that I used for my Skycam was also the exact same lens mount adapter I used for my fast lenses on this same camera, which now kind of sucks because I need to get another adapter somehow. And with this camera, with like a fast 50mm lens and the fast 75 that I have, they're old C-mount lenses, I could actually shoot the sky in real time. So you'll see you'd see like birds fly by, bugs fly by, and jets and satellites and all this other stuff. Scouting out your next invasion target, obviously. No, I've kind of been here. It's kind of boring. They don't serve pizza here. I tried. I'm not going to invade some place that doesn't sell pizza, or at least good beer. How long has this been running? Oh, this is about 10 minutes or so. So Charlie says if they got good breakfast food, you're down. They do have really good eggs and sausage. I was really surprised. But the coffee sucked, so I ended up destroying the restaurant. Breakfast all day for Charlie. Breakfast all day for me too. If that breakfast is coffee. I think Discord beeped. No. Okay. I'm going to check the framing on something to see if we can't get something real quick. Okay. So that should work for the full frame. focus right there. Don't know if I'll be able to catch it with pretty much a full moon in the sky, but we will clear this out. Come on. And turn off live stacking. Current object. Go, go, go. There we go. And stop doing that. It's because I was shooting the sun earlier today. All my settings are off. I'm hoping I can catch this. Let's do a really sharp stretch. Oh. All right. Let's see if it'll get it. No, try increasing exposure. No, I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Oh, that's because the gain's all the way down. All right, should be able to do it now. Let's see if we can actually pull this up. Let me plate solve real quick. At level 70 asked where the restaurant. Where's the restaurant at the end of the universe? I'll have to look that up one night. Probably need a good dark sky to do that. And I just screwed that up. I was supposed to slew to, not sink. Don't mind me, guys. Gonna do this again. There. Current object. Slew. Now, if we're lucky, I'll be able to get this. Wait for this next frame to come in. Clear that. Discord beeped at me. I guess better go check that. Go back to here. That is absolutely hideous because the colors are all off now. And I'm not quite sure how much I'm going to be able to get. That should be Flame Nebula there. Let's try to... Again, with the short exposures and tons of light in the sky. Not too much I'm going to be able to do. Dr. Bob said we should go take a look at Pleiades. Yeah, let's get that before it gets too low in the sky.
Thought you might be home. I wasn't sure.
Object. We will go over to live view. Look at them stars go by. Now we will do... let that first exposure come in. Come on, come on. You can do it. You can do it.
Okay, made it.
There we go.
There we go. Things got even crazier there. The mom of the kid that was going to have the pizza gathering with Felix showed up as I was just about to put pasta in water and, you know, get it ready for him and stuff with delivery McDonald's for him. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Well, that's nice.
totally. He's happy. I mean, you know. Well, only one thing for it now. Got to reach into that tub of goodies.
And you can do it. Just waiting for it to give me annotations. Yeah, no solution found. Yeah, screw you.
I would say quality and stability wise that Teams has smoked meats.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I mean, it's not even, you know, it's like they're in different leagues.
So I am shooting Pleiades, the Seven Sisters. It will not plate solve because it doesn't feel like plate solving right now. Dr. Bob says, check your focal length. My focal length is actually put in down to the 1/100th of a millimeter for this optic.
Chris Durham was asking Loki if gain, the way you're using it, is similar to gain for like a microphone in audio equipment.
Yes and no. It's you got voltage that's being pushed through the camera sensor. Then you got your signal coming out that's also boosted. It's a bit more complex than a mic, but I guess you could say it's similar.
Might have more facets of effect to it, and it's dialing it up after.
Yeah, I guess if you want to make it simple, it's like gain on a mic. As we can see here, I got light pollution gradient right here. There's not much I can do with that. And normally with the Pleiades, if any of you have ever seen photos of it where you see all kinds of like really wispy clouds around it, that's generally done with very long exposures under dark skies.
Tony Regime beat me to it. Japanese name for the Pleiades is Subaru, hence the badge on the car.
Yep. John Pearson in chat. Now explain standing wave ratio. No. I'm not going to explain with half maximum. I'm not going to explain ADU values. I'm not going to do any of that.
Loki, what kind of cheese is the moon really made of?
thought about that, actually.
I would say Swiss, because then you got a good, craters are the, the holes.
I think Charlie has the answer in chat. That'll work. I'll accept that.
Dear Lord, Charlie, that's an old man joke for somebody younger than me.
Yeah, as far as explaining how the whole camera thing works and everything, I'm more on the optics side of things. So if you want to talk about, about telescope design and optic design, sure, I can do that. Camera, all I know is that as far as the fine details, all I know is I just plug the damn thing in and it works. Yeah. Sometimes. Where is this in the sky? How low is this? Yeah, that's pretty low. It's down around 30 right now, isn't it?
When you get older, telescopes are kind of like sex. They're worth it when you can bother getting yourself off the couch for it.
One of the reasons why I threw together this small scope is because it's portable. Nice compact kind of thing. Because the EQ6 mount, those that have used an EQ6, it's about 7,500 pounds. You got to lug around. And tearing everything down and putting everything back together as far as the mount head and the tripod and all that stuff. Nah, I just kind of sort of lift it up, carry it inside, carry it outside. One of the nice things I like about this little scope that I put together is carry-on luggage. That little AZ GTI, and we did this when we went down to Florida, that little AZ GTI mount and this scope and the camera and the cables all fit in a piece, all fit in the size of like carry-on luggage. The only thing that didn't fit in the bag was the tripod. So it's a super small compact rig. Let's see.
A couple years back, my son and I had a smaller Celestron that was just kind of like on a little Lazy Susan like pivot thing, and it just kind of, it was just for like taking down to the park in evenings or whatever. We lent it to a friend and it literally came back half destroyed. I was like, what the hell? And then the guy ended up moving back to Quebec before we ever got it replaced. Like just a complete deadbeat.
You want to know what's funny? The size of the scope that I'm using isn't much bigger than what that scope was. The scope you had, it's not much bigger than that.
No, eh?
Granted, there are some Martian tweaks to it.
So when you put the camera in the telescope, does the camera replace the eyepiece or somehow work with it?
Replaces the eyepiece.
So you can still use a Barlow.
And in most instances, yes. I cannot on this one.
And then if you've got like, some people hook up DSLRs. Do you do that using the lens as well, or do you just hook the body up?
You just hook the body up.
Okay. So I was wondering, how in hell could you get anything correct with all that extra glass? I was wondering about that,
I mean, you can use a camera. Oh, look. Satellite. You can use a camera with a lens kind of thing, kind of like through the eyepiece kind of deal. That's the same thing as like hooking up your phone to an eyepiece.
Yeah, I tried that once.
Yeah, you don't get the greatest quality or anything.
Oh, stupid.
But hey, in a pinch it works.
Yeah. I tried it with a BlackBerry Passport phone once, and the camera on that damn phone was so crappy. It was just ridiculous. It was hilarious. I love that phone, though.
Come on, a decent camera on a BlackBerry?
Never happened.
What do you want? Drugs?
Right. What are we gearing up for now? Oh, NGC number.
Just another open cluster. Gotta wait for the mount to settle. And I might be a little out of focus. No, that's not settling.
What did you just do there? Zoom in or something?
Yeah, I zoomed in.
Digital, like in the app, right?
Yeah, this is just digital zoom. Actually,
Yeah, okay.
This is auto framing, and this is actually at 100%. No, I am on this. So I need to find a nice bright star. Let's do, yeah. It's unlike folks with all their cool like USB computer controlled focusers. Mine is basically just a gear reduction box on a DC motor hooked up to a 9-volt battery with a switch.
TARDIS. Yeah, my telescope has the old little motor for tracking. You couldn't use it for anything more than just being able to walk over to it and be basically in the right place. It's terrible. But, you know, it works.
That's a bit aggressive, but... So yeah, it's like I have a toggle switch, basically. I don't even have a momentary switch, so I have to kind of hit and miss, hit and miss. Go back.
I got to put the kettle on. It'll just be a second here.
No, that might be about as good as I'm going to be able to get it with this. Because unfortunately the motor rotates way too fast, so it's kind of... gets kind of finicky. Let's go back.
Oh yeah, there was when I was kind of running around there dealing with Felix stuff, there was somebody who had tried to get a hold of me and said, is there any planets you can show?
Not with this scope. This is a wide field scope. So this is for like larger objects. When I looked at Jupiter with it earlier, Jupiter was like 10 or 15 pixels tall. You could just barely see cloud bands, and that was it. I have a bigger scope for planets, and that's generally something you're either going to shoot deep sky objects or you're going to shoot planets.
Right.
That's pretty much how it works.
What about pointing it over at the moon again and pointing out a few things? Riley Briggs. No, Christina, I'm in the middle of, I was getting this ready, and then now I'm making a cup of tea, and yeah, no, Riley Briggs, take further, because you got to run up the goddamn fucking stairs. My old bones are sick of those stairs, but sometimes they are handy.
Well, I can point it back at the moon. We kind of started on the moon. We can kind of close it out on the moon. I didn't want. Yeah, I don't want to shoot all the targets and stuff, and have it end up being the same targets that folks pick out.
Yeah. No, true, but Maybe we could see the spot where Superman had his battle on the moon, you know?
This is almost a pretty close to a 360-degree slew, so I will be surprised if it gets dead on. And there you go your eyes, folks. Okay, so actually, that wasn't too bad.
Oh, target acquired.
And I'll just put it on Solar Rapid. Let me just use that profile and work from there. Why did you do that? What is wrong with you? It didn't save the profile settings. Do that at 66. Yeah, quit popping up with notices. Because it's on the east side, I need to flip that to get orientation correct. And I will actually shoot this in mono. I will not shoot this in color. There we go.
Oops. Sorry. I forgot to turn the damn trigger off.
And while I'm at it, I'm going to go over into the tools. Feature tracking, experimental. Monitor center of mass. Guide. There we go. Definitely keep that on center for the most part. Now would actually be a good time for me to double check focus. No, that's pretty good.
Right. Yes, tea, but special tea, dessert tea. This is 3 squares of Hershey's Dairy Bar in the bottom of the mug, and then a Tetley Orange Pico tea bag on top. Pour the water over, 3 minutes, take out the tea bag, stir it so the chocolate's mixed in nice, and put in some nice proper 3% milk, and it's like one of those orange chocolate balls from Christmas. I call it a dessert tea.
Ooh.
It's really good.
Yeah, that sounds pretty damn good.
It's freaking amazing, man. Trust me, it's totally worth it.
There we go. And while this is doing its thing, I'm going to drop a, let's see, highlight overexposed. Okay, so nothing's overexposed, so that should be fine. Because unfortunately, one of the things with shooting the moon, even with the camera gain all the way down, I'm shooting, for you photography folks, I'm shooting like 15 or 16 stops, and you just can't catch everything. Because there's so many different, there's such a significant range in brightnesses on the moon.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've heard people complain about this before. I don't quite understand it yet, but I hope to soon.
Let me go back to Tumblr to see if I can get.
Do you ever, when you're looking at this, Loki, do you ever want to just put your finger in that hole near the bottom there and just start peeling it like an orange to see what's really inside?
Yeah. There, I hid the camera and muted the mic because I had to cough. Now, what I can do here, if the color isn't too bad, go over into Sharp Cap, open up filters.
Ugly German Truth says to me, how does Felix manage to live all day long with a genuine 5-year-old in the house? There are times when I think to myself, he just might be the more mature one every so often. It's not true. It's not wrong.
So it might be a bit greenish because I can't get the color balance perfect, but I pumped up the saturation so you can actually start to see the different actual colors on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
It's like right here you have right here, that is a bit redder. You got your iron oxides and such. Down here, the little bit more cooler color, those generally tend to be your titaniums. But there's definitely color on the moon versus the whole black and white that we're so used to in photos.
Yeah, which is crazy, right? Ice sweet tea. Oh, I heard of ice sweet tea, Shayna. From the American Top Gear, the one guy that's from the South, Rutledge Wood, was talking about sweet tea. I'm like, well, I put sugar in my tea. What the hell is he talking about? But it's iced sweet tea. And that's what he meant. And I tried it, and it's awesome. I agree. It's really good.
All right, I'm going to go back in and turn off the saturation and go back and start doing this in mono. Because my system's starting to lag out now, and be able to bump up the frames.
What's the deal with bubble tea? I just don't even understand that. There's a place in my town that serves bubble tea, and it's got to be a front because there's just no one ever in it.
I don't know. I've never even heard of that.
They put these weird little bubbly things that come popping up through the straw when you drink it. Really weird. It's a cold drink.
Oh, I think you're talking about, it's really popular in Japan.
Yeah, that's what they call it, bubble tea where I'm at anyway. But yeah, it's definitely Japanese driven.
Some of those you can actually get, they actually taste pretty good. They just take a little while to get used to.
No, I don't want no weird thingies coming up the straw like that, unless it's like, chunks of strawberry from a milkshake, maybe,
Aaron Reese
boba tea.
Yeah, boba tea plus snack, yeah.
So, okay. Interesting. We have a pretty high, Oriental, whatever you would say, population around my area. Why are we getting some dumbed down version of the name? It's weird. Honey and iced tea. That's a good idea. Michelle, if your teeth don't hurt when you drink the sweet tea, it's not sweet enough. Wow. Loretta says, yeah, it's tapioca balls. That's what they are? I want to know what? Oh, okay. That makes it even worse because to me, tapioca isn't so much pudding. It's just like some kind of weird form of sick.
Hey, I like tapioca, damn it.
I
also like rice pudding.
I find that strange too, but I've got slight autistic tendencies when it comes to textures, so.
No, yeah, some people don't like the textures. I can totally understand that. All right, so I'm going to mute, step away for a second, and go smoke a cigarette.
Okay.
Yes, I know. Yes, I know I've been vaping, but I still smoke from time to time. So I'll be back.
Yeah. It's not the same. Fish eggs? Is that what the little things are in tapioca? Is that what that shit is? Really? Can't believe I'm just being educated on tapioca here as I check out the moon. What a weird combination. What the hell is wrong with my life? Don't actually answer that. No, okay, good. That would have made it even worse. How did cranberries become a Thanksgiving thing? Why cranberries? Is it just because they're in season that time of year? Like, yeah, they do look like fish eggs level 70. That's why I was like, holy fuck, you know. Warm milk tapioca is frog spawn. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Just all kinds of weird. Oh, okay, yeah, Aaron, that's the only thing that makes sense then, because I don't know, like otherwise, why would they be so attached, right? I think we need to start a grassroots thing. Sorry, I'm just doing something off to the side here while I'm babbling, but I think we need a grassroots movement here. We should start it right now. And what we need is Halloween to be 30 days earlier. This whole thing where, you know, some lovely little 5-year-old girl gets into her princess outfit and goes outside and it's cold and a bit rainy and has to put her jacket on, and as such, she's no longer a princess anymore, is just stupid. Can we just get over it? Instead of October 31st, make it the end of September? You know, something for them to look forward to after they have to drag their asses back to school. I think it's a good idea. You know, I mean, it's all about kids. Why the hell are we making them do it in winter? Which one of the craters is Aristarchus? I wish I knew, actually. I bet Loki knows. Yeah, Christina, like I was born and raised in Vancouver, right? The Vancouver area. So same thing. It's like trying to trick or treat in fall in a goddamn rainforest, you know? Don't make any sense. Yeah, that's another one, Aaron. No school the day after Halloween, you're right. Because then, once you put those over-sugared up little rugrat bastards in bed, the adults can have a few drinks and stay up. It's a win-win. At least for me. Churches to move All Saints Day to October 1st. Why, is that how it works? You have Halloween and then All Saints Day like a day later to kind of erase the memory of the demons or something? I didn't grow up in a religious house, so I don't really know any of this stuff, right? I'm not very versed in the only things I know about, like the Bible stories, is shit that you hear on TV and whatnot. Otherwise, I don't really know. I don't think I'm missing much, though. You know, part the waters, the laws come down from on high, a whole whack of people beget the other ones, sacrifice your goat, watch your family die, some guy goes marching through the desert in sandals, blah, 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 put money in the dish. Isn't that about how it works? Oh, sorry. That, you know, Aaron's what Aaron puts in there makes total sense. It's just, you know, one step away from witch trials and shit. But yeah, you know, that'll work. I have My computer's fan. I hope you guys can't hear it, but it literally sounds like it's dying right now. I don't think there's anything I can do about it at the moment, though. I think I have one in the cupboard I can replace it with, but I can hear it. It sounds like the bearing let go and it's just starting to grind. Oh, it's not good. Surgery. But yeah, you know, back to the whole Halloween thing. It only makes sense. Just do it earlier, man. You know, it's about kids, you know, so just make it good for kids. You know, come on. What, I wonder, you know what would be really cool is if we could get like a live little thing on the moon showing where like any of the different probes and rovers are right now and shit. That'd be neat. Yeah, CF Beauty, that whole 10% like of your income tithing thing. The first time I'd ever heard of that, I was like 18. I was dating this girl and she came from a religious house. So I ended up going to church with her one Sunday and it was a freaking shit show. One guy broke out speaking in tongues in the middle of the thing. It was one of those places where everybody's getting up and moving and grooving, except it was like a whole bunch of non-rhythmic white folk just doing it like Steve Martin from The Jerk. And so dude starts speaking in tongues and then one guy while he's dancing hurts his leg and 3 people run over and start doing the power of healing and the touch and whatnot. And I was like, holy shit, man, this is like, you know, televangelist TV kind of crap. I can't believe I'm here. And so after when it was all done, we jump in my car and we bail. And I had brought a couple of loonies, our $1 coin up in Canada, and to throw in the little dish, but there was no dish. So I said to her on the way out, I'm like, how does this church survive with not even having a collection dish, right? And she was like, oh, every member has 10% of their income taken from their paycheck and sent directly to the church. And I was just blown away. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Wow. Holy. Loretta says, is Tim Hortons worth trying? Oh yeah, very much. To the point where that's usually the coffee I buy to brew at home. It's really good. Yeah, it was very culty, Christina. Holy, that place was crazy. Yeah, Mom didn't like me either because, I mean, even at that age, I basically just looked how I am now. My fucking phone is ringing. Sorry, hold on. It's just the idiot from Microsoft Teams support calling me back, but I think I already figured out my issue, so he can blow goats. I'll, you know, deal with that later or something. Yeah, Aaron, it was so freaky to watch the whole speak in tongues thing and the power of touch healing going on. I was just standing there, you know, like, oh my, I mean, you know, I was 17 or 18. So I woke up, had a coffee, probably smoked a reefer or whatever, and then went and picked her up and went there. I was just, I was freaked right out, man. You crazy fucks. What the hell is going on? Religion can get really out of hand, but there's a lot of people that take it way more normally and whatnot and live a good life by it. So I try not to make overly too much fun, but when you got that whole, you be healed, and he slaps you in the forehead going on, I mean, get a grip, man. What the hell is wrong with you? Oh.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey. I somehow got onto religion and the power of healing touch and stuff. It was crazy, man. You'll have to go back and listen later. It was fucked up.
I will. So, folks in chat, for the layout, I was actually thinking about moving weather up a little bit. So It's not hidden by the webcam. But other than that, I'm fairly comfortable with this layout. Any suggestions that you guys would like to see, think could be added, let me know. Because I do plan on doing a bit more Astro live streams on my Astronomy channel, and then the occasional just fun night with the Empress on hers. Level 70 says, saw smoke on the moon. Did a jet fly past the moon and I missed it?
I wasn't even paying attention.
Because I know earlier today I got 2 jet transits and a bird while I was live streaming the sun.
Icarus.
I got to go back and I got a general notation of the timestamp, and I'll have to go back and clip those.
Yeah, Martin, this is live right now. Hey, Maya, how's it going?
Shooting the moon with my scope from my backyard. We're trying to test everything out, get it working.
Yeah. Loki, who's on the moon right now? Like, agency-wise?
Well, the NSA does have its secret base. There's the Nazis on the dark side of the moon, but, you know, we don't talk about them.
Yeah, no.
Then there's an alien base right up around here.
Yeah,
no,
hold on.
seriously, there's a conspiracy theory that there's an alien base here.
There, proof right there. Aliens.
With my system logging down, I had to shut down all the damn windows so I didn't see the gag. Damn it.
But yeah, there's some activity up there right now for sure.
Well, and plus the thing's a big space egg, you know. I'd love to make an omelet out of that. It comes with free cheese. Hey.
It's too bad PJ didn't stick around. He'd be funny to tease about moon stuff right now. What was that horrible movie that came out recently? Was it called Moonfall? And it had a guy from Game of Thrones in it, and it was about the moon almost crashing into the earth, but then not. And it was because it's actually hollow and they had to go in and like restart the engine or something. Oh my God. It was just the worst piece of filmmaking. Like you know, when you get to that point and you're like, oh my God, this sucks so bad. It's actually good. Yeah. It didn't get to the good part. It didn't.
Hey, dude, I'm to the point now, because I don't have like any paid subscriptions through Amazon or anything like Amazon Prime or anything like that. For sci-fi, I've gone down to watching video game cutscene movies on YouTube.
I've almost got the Plex server ready. I'll give you the login.
What's funny is some of these cutscene movies are better than the sci-fi movies that are coming out.
Well, I notice these days the review sites and stuff have gotten so bad that you'll have some sci-fi movie come out. I'll see it in my download site, right? So I'll go and check it out, and it'll have like a score of 7.5, and I'll be like, And then all you have to do is wait 3 days, and it's like 2.3.
Yeah. Level 70, Space 1999 was better. I'm actually watching that right now.
I loved that show when I was a kid, man. Holy.
And the thing is, with it being practical effects hold up.
Yeah, totally. I always say that, you know. John Pearson, would I be old if I made a Memorex joke? I do that quite often, and the looks I get from younger people, like they don't get it at all. I tried watching that new TV show La Brea, and it is definitely the back end of awful. Oh my God, it's just, it's rough.
All right, so I'm going to move weather. Where would be a good place for it? Like halfway down? I would just need to put something where the camera usually is. Because now if I close out the webcam, I got that big hole in the corner.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because, I mean, my logo is right where the regular stream logos normally are anyway. I mean, I could move that over, but I'm not particularly fond of having the logo on the left-hand side.
Yeah, my guy, don't worry. Just pretend he's not there. I'll just, put him over here for now. Hey, look, I can see Loki. He's on the moon. Look, there's Loki.
I'm going to have to go back and watch this stream in order to see the gags. I think you're doing it on purpose.
I got your avatar walking around on the moon.
Let's see what gags I can toss in and have him not notice.
Yeah. Here, go over and check out Grubby. Do a little dance with him.
That's it. Now I'm opening up YouTube just so that I can sit here and do this. Just so that I can occasionally see it. Oh, man.
That was fun. I just, can't stop from coming up with new ideas.
So yeah, that is definitely a no. I cannot watch this on the computer that I'm doing the Astro on because my CPU is now screaming at me.
I bet. Oh, Martin's asking, are we with a Newtonian or Schmidt? What size aperture are you using?
Okay, so Martin, if you look in the upper left-hand corner, let's see, right here, this is what I'm using. I'm using a 100 millimeter aperture Maxitov. It's a hybrid Maxitov, actually, with a focal ratio of f5. What makes this really unique is most Maxitovs you come across are like f10, f12, f15. This is a custom job that I did using an existing Maxitov to bring it down to f5. So it's not quite RASA or any of those super fast scopes, but f5 is still reasonably fast. In fact, one of the things is if I ever win the lottery, I want to have this scope redone because it's actually a mirror lens that I internally modified. I would actually pay to have it done properly, because I brought it down to f5 using random scrap optics I just happened to have in a drawer. That reminds me, I was going to do a video on the modifications that I did, and then realized that somebody with money would probably watch the video, steal the modifications, and start marketing it and making crap loads of money.
Yeah.
That happened to Huygens Optics. Huygens Optics ground a solid Schmidt Cassegrain. It's just a solid block of glass that he ground down to make these little tiny micro telescopes.
Mm-hmm.
And a company looked at it, thought, that's pretty cool. Now let's steal it and start selling our own.
Wow. Dirty.
Yeah. I think it was a Chinese company that did it, which doesn't surprise me. They do crap like that all the time.
Yeah, a lot of dirty pool out there. You got to really protect yourself in this kind of in that kind of game these days, for sure.
Yeah, because one of the things here is with the right optics, without the modification, this lens covers a 6x6 format. So 6 centimeters by 6 centimeters. And with a properly ground and actually like coated optics, because the focal reducer I'm using is uncoated glass. It's not multi-coated or anything. Compress that large 6 centimeter by 6 centimeter square down to something like micro 4/3 sensors. So stupid fast, compact, portable setup kind of deal. Actually, what's funny is this scope isn't anywhere near as sharp as my other scope, but this scope gets more sky time because it's only a couple pounds, doesn't take much time to set up.
Sometimes there's a lot to be said about like quick and simple and whatnot for enjoying the moment instead of being so overly complex. But by the time you're set up, you almost want to go home.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the other thing is the weather here changes a lot. There are times where the forecast will be clear skies and no mention of ground fog, but yet I go out and look outside and I can't see, past my window looking outside because of all the ground fog. And for optics and electronics, that's just not a good deal. And I don't have a dome or a shed to set my gear up in. I leave my gear set up permanently. So it's one of those, I have to constantly monitor the weather and pull gear inside and out, in and out, in and out. And with a larger, heavier scope, that's something that you want on a permanent setup. You want it on its own concrete pad. You never have to tear it down. It's its own little, dehumidified dome, so you don't have to pull cameras off and put them back on. Because if anybody shot with a DSLR, imagine pulling the lens off, putting the lens back on all the time. You end up getting dust on the sensor, and it's a pain in the ass to clean.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the whole switch to teams. This is the right thing to do.
Oh yeah, this is actually working out pretty well. I'm definitely going to go back through and take a good close look at the output quality.
Yeah, and I got to remember to dial it all up to 1440 for this setup. I never even thought of that and just used all my default Shills settings, right?
Yeah. The only drawback with with running at 1440 is if you try to auto caption through YouTube, it won't work. And YouTube streaming will sit there and bitch at you the entire time if you put it on ultra low latency. Oh no, we can't do ultra low latency at 1440. Well, you're doing it. So shut up. Stop giving me notifications.
Yeah.
But well, I mean, for the sets and stuff that we do on the Shills, that's a limited color palette. And we're not doing like a ton of moving, fast moving things or anything.
No,
like that.
Exactly.
80, so 80 for the Shills works just fine.
Yeah, because I mean, I have everything set to super fast encoding and lowest latency so that we're in time with the chat as much as possible. I don't dial our show in for super high quality visual at all, because why bother, right? I don't.
Well, what I'm sending to you right now, before it gets out to, through Teams and out to, for you streaming, I'm on, my presets are best quality. The tuning algorithm is high quality. I can't run multipass because that'll destroy my card, but the profile settings high, and I'm using look ahead, and I'm using set keyframes and B-frames.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to grab that crappy little 745 GTX 745 to do the encoding, I think it's running. Hold on, I need to check my system load anyway. With those settings, pushing 1440, that little GTX 745 is only doing 30-40% GPU usage.
That's not bad.
Again, granted, my CPU is just like screaming at me. That's mostly because right now with SharpCap, the camera that's running the software, that's eating like 50% of my CPU cycles.
Right.
But yeah, we'll get that sorted out, taken care of. Because I definitely got that. I really am serious about looking at that, trying to grab that that HP Z440, mostly because I can max out the core count, and with the architecture, I can actually go in and core allocate.
Right. Yeah, I've been looking for GPUs because that's one thing I really want to upgrade. But, once I did that whole back and forth over vMix and OBS, if I'm staying on OBS, because I still can't figure out why I would spend the money for vMix when I can do everything in OBS, I don't need a GPU yet, right? I'm not sure how that's going to fall.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't play any games. I mean, the only reason I would need some 30 series card is because of this stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's where the dual card setup is saving me. I mean, I know that little GTX 745 could probably encode even better if I had the second 16x slot to put it in, because right now I'm running that 745 on a 1x slot. Yeah.
Level 70, yeah, my PC's a custom build. It's Ryzen 7 5700G on a B450 ASRock motherboard, 16 gigs of 3200 RAM. I got a 1660 super overclock card, which secretly is actually a 2060 without the ray tracing cores, right? That's why I went for it, because when I bought it, they weren't the cheapest anyway, and a couple SSD M.2s and whatnot to keep everything fast. Oh, and two different audio interfaces. What are they called? A Focusrite Scarlett and a Line 6 one for my guitar. Well, and a shitload of screens.
Oh, so I finally saw your message from earlier about the number of viewers that we're holding.
Yeah. I mean,
Granted, it took like 20 seconds to open my browser, but Yeah, so for those for those of you out in YouTube land, I'm running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 windows right now. I'm running 7 different windows, and over half of those windows, I need to kind of be able to monitor it on an instant. So me complaining about my computer going ape shit. Yeah. Then
you need a couple more screens. Too bad you don't have a little, like, a thrift store like I do. I got 3 24 1080 screens in front of me, and I haven't even got $30 into all 3 of them. It's brilliant. I love this place.
Well, I mean, the way I have mine set up, I basically have the equivalent of 4 like 17-inch 16:9 displays by separating everything out on a larger display. So,
yeah,
just with Astro, if you actually see some of the really serious guys, they have just rows and rows of monitors.
Yeah,
to monitor everything. And Skits is in chat. Hey, Skits. I saw you drop my live stream earlier today of the sun.
Send them the link here.
William, I'll take your word for it, Loki and TD. You guys sound like gearheads talking cams and compression ratios.
Oh, see, that would be an easier conversation for me, dude. Trust me. Oh, yeah. Let's discuss the benefits of an over or underbore engine and how it pertains to a flat plane crank. That's a conversation I can have. Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Please.
Martin in chat used to work at the Astrolab, Astronomy Interpretation at Mount Meganet Observatory. Spent a few summers at the summit with them scopes. Ooh, nice. Nice. My folks got a chance a couple years back. My brother was doing my brother works in basically motion picture and television industry, and he was shooting the surf competition in Hawaii a few years back, and my folks went out there, and they all went up to see MKO. Which that I would love to. I would have loved to have been able to do that. Granted, I probably would have tried to steal some of the telescopes, but
yeah,
or take over the observatory. Subaru Observatory, mine.
Here, CF Beauty sent us in somebody to help protect against evildoers.
I like that movie. I really do like that movie. That's Big Trouble in Little China is one of the few movies that I can watch multiple times.
Yeah. Yeah, it's right up there with Empire Strikes Back for rewatchability.
Yeah. And it's one of those movies that, yes, I remember all the gags and all the scenes and all this other stuff, but I can still watch it again. That and Evil Dead. The Evil Dead movies,
yeah.
I can watch those over and over because those are just stupid silly no matter what you do.
Yeah. Yeah, Kurt Russell makes any movie watchable. Escape from New York.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, I kind of like that one too.
Yeah.
Little dated, but it still works.
It still does though. Talk about dated that doesn't work. Well, it never did in the first place. Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park. Try watching that movie. Just try. Not a chance, man. That was
just one of Gene Simmons' hey, let's market the Kiss name everywhere. That was one of his marketing ideas.
Yeah. It has acting so bad that you can't make the straight out of acting school joke because nobody went. You know?
See if I can find it without making my computer crash.
Yeah, no, Michelle, don't. It's horrific. I have it in my collection. Oh, if anybody ever wants a copy, let me know in Discord. But I have a super rare, hardly ever unseen version of live action Justice League. It was a failed pilot from like the late 80s or early 90s to do a Justice League TV show. And it's horrifically bad. It's hilarious. I found it buried on a torrent site long ago, and I still have the copy, and it's just horrific. If you're a Star Trek Picard watcher, Raffi is in it. She's one of the superheroes. It's so funny.
Where did you save it?
Yeah, I figured skits. You probably weren't up to it, but worth a shot. Take care, buddy. Rest up. Yeah, I'm one of those people too, Charlie. For the most part, bad movies don't do that whole, oh, it's fun, it's so bad thing for me either. It just sucks, you know, but every now and then.
Now, if I can.
Oh, you know what I did download recently and start rewatching? And the first 2-hour episode, like the movie, so to speak, is so much different than the rest of the show, was The Greatest American Hero.
That is such an underappreciated series.
I agree.
Greatest American Hero was brilliant for the time. Oh man.
I liked it very much. It's got an amazing theme song too. I mean, how can you not start singing it? It's just fantastic.
So let's take the whole B superhero movie thing and turn it into a TV series and actually make it work.
Yeah. But if you go back and rewatch the first 2-hour movie episode, you know, that starts it off, there's almost no humor at all in it. It's very serious. And then episode 1, they bring in some more comical to it, and it's a great switch the way they do it. Yeah, for sure, Skits.
So I'm gonna geek out a little bit. Let me drop this in. What you guys see on the left.
Oh, hold on a minute here. Let me get me off because I'm overlaid onto the thing, right? Oh, Grubby's in the way too. Hold on a second. Fuck off, Grubby. Okay, there we go.
So what you guys see on the left is the skies I'm under right now. And then what you see on the right is that was shot from my parents' farm, which are dark skies, significantly darker skies. Exact same exposure, exact same time total, and that's the difference between city light pollution and reasonably dark skies. So there are actually a lot of targets, a lot of like nebulae and stuff like that I can't shoot here at home simply because of the light pollution. But that's what you see is the difference that city light makes. That's funny is that was actually shot after most of the LED transition in the area, which was supposed to make things less light pollution, except they just installed brighter lights and angled them all wrong. Let me check chat. Yeah, level 70. Yeah, it is a big difference. The one on the right is what they call a Bortle 3 skies, and that's actually fairly dark these days. Skits. Grubby's in space. Where is it? Where did I put it?
Okay, sorry, I had to run off there for a second.
Oh, that's all good. Now, this may frustrate a couple people, considering where it comes from. That is actually what I'm shooting with right now. That is an old 1990s mirror lens from Russia. God, I hate the government. My God, they are so damn good with optics.
Oh.
Yeah, it took, oh God. It hasn't been until like the past decade or so that even the quality Chinese optical houses could even come close to what was just generic junk coming out of Russia.
Right.
And it makes me so sad about the shit that's going on with the government, because God damn the average Joe, when they're not being brainwashed,
right,
over there are just fucking brilliant. They just do some of the most amazing shit.
Yeah, it's too bad, you know, somebody like Pootler got to come along and ruin it for everyone.
907 Pike, all the observatories in CZ were from Russia, USSR days. The only good things they did for the public. Yeah. Yep. Because actually back then they used to sell that lens and the one that came before it with astronomy kits and sell those to schools. They used to give those to schools and universities.
Wow, cool.
Oh, let's see if this works. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
So if everything breaks and goes to crap and the mount stops working or the camera dies and I gotta run away, I have this.
Appropriate.
Coffee mental issues have occurred.
But remember though, don't be like Anthony. Make sure the mic is muted.
Oh hell. Yeah, that's actually I got everything keyed in, so like when I pull that one up, it turns off the webcam, mutes the mic, disables any other audio, and that's all you get.
Yeah. When we're doing the shills, when I bring up like a YouTube capture, the button that shows the YouTube capture also enables and disables that audio channel, just to be sure that some app doesn't sneak onto it and start doing alerts during the show on me or something, right?
It was either lint off of my glasses or something just flew in front of the moon. I'm not quite sure. That's the crappy part about having to wear glasses. Did I see something out of the corner of my eye, or was that just my glasses? God damn it.
I would like to do some experiments too with how high can we push the bit rate into YouTube on a live stream at different resolutions before it actually just starts dumbing it down anyway, because you can tell, because there'll be all of a sudden more latency on the stream, right?
Yeah. Well, I know when I did the 1080p at like 20 megabits or whatever, the latency was minimal, but the quality actually dropped compared to a 5 megabit at 1080.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a point where, they start doing their magic to it, and re-encoding. If you keep doing it, it's generational, just like audio, because it's, it just is what it is, right?
And what doesn't make any sense is OBS with the plugins and stuff can encode and output the very same codec that YouTube sends the video out as. The VP9 or whatever.
Yeah.
So even if you send quality video to YouTube in the VP9 codec, they still just butcher the crap out of it.
Yeah. Well, but if you get the numbers just right and it's a transcode, you're okay. But if it's a re-encode, then you're beat. And there's a magic, at least there used to be, there was this theory anyway on Reddit where, there was this magic point where it was literally just going right through, and all they were doing was like, rewrapping it basically, right?
Yeah. Well, you also used to be able, if you remember a few years back, YouTube had that whole testing suite, that whole separate site. Yeah. That was kind of embedded inside YouTube, that if you got over to it, you could test your streams, and it would sit there and go, okay, this is what we're doing. This is how we're dropping it. This is your bit rate that you're sending it to us. This is our latency and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Where you could actually do bandwidth tests to YouTube itself. And yeah, that page disappeared.
Yeah, stupid. Yeah, what are you going to do, right?
Yeah. But hey, as long as it looks good out there in YouTube land to these folks, as long as this looks good, I'm fine.
Yeah. Well, this does look nice, but I think we could push the bit rate and the resolution up, because right now running this stream, I'm running 18 to 20% of my CPU, and my main encoding GPU is running at 13% right now. So I kind of have the headroom. I have to start really triggering all the fancy little effects and blah blah before my system starts feeling any real load doing this streaming stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's the one good thing about those more modern Ryzen processors. Like, I've got a GPU on my CPU that can do some badass encoding, and then I got my card as well, so it's great. I got all the screens on my desk right now, all three, plugged into the internal graphics card. So then my card doing all the encoding for OBS and everything doesn't have to worry about other crap. It's nice.
So what I'm going to do, if I got this right. Yep, I'm going to switch that over. Come on. Trying to do this without crashing the computer.
Yeah. Like when I first started serving the Shills shows, I was doing on an old AMD A8 quad-core laptop at 1.5 gigahertz, and it was like 720 to serve the show because that's all it could do, right? No way. It was brutal. Oh shit, I just need like 2 more minutes. Won't be long. Be right back.
Wait for that to pop up. So normally, except for us doing testing here, and then for the astronomy slots from the fundraiser, normally most of the live streaming is going to happen on this channel I just dropped in chat. So I can hear my daughter screaming at me in the back of my head. So go over there and subscribe, but in a separate window. But yeah, that's the channel where most of my Astro stuff will be going out. And actually, if you go over there and subscribe now, you will get a pop-up. We'll see a pop-up on my screen on the live stream that you subscribe. I think. If I turn that on. Yes, it is turned on. Tom Scribe. Joke accepted. I'll take that. All right. So now that I'm actually over here, let's see something. And there we go. I'm not sure what the lag, how bad the lag was, but that's awesome. Thank you very much. Wait, what? Ugly? Huh? I'm confused. You must be watching another another channel that's not YouTube, like PornTube or something. But yeah, it's actually kind of funny, folks, because the Empress will lecture me on not telling people to like, share, subscribe. It's hilarious. Like if I do a live stream and she finds out I've done a live stream, she's like, did you tell them to like, share, subscribe, and comment? No. Daddy. You know you're supposed to do that. She does it better than me anyway. Maybe I should just get an audio clip of her. Charlie, after hours, naughty time. Well, you never know. I mean, he might actually have 2 tabs open, or 20, and this just happens to be one of the tabs he has open. So I'm going to do something really risky. I want to see what this looks like. So I'm going to full screen the stream that you guys are seeing to look at it to see what it looks like. If all of a sudden I disappear, you'll know my computer crashed. Not bad. Could be worse. You got to get our way around the YouTube compression. So yeah, one of the other things I want to do is sometimes in like this specific instance, set up this scope, just have it track the moon, just all night, just show the moon. Luckily, my computer didn't crash when I went to do the live stream. I'll be completely honest, guys, at 1440 with better bit rate, it will be a noticeable difference. One of the big things I noticed with YouTube is YouTube does not like gradients, so it's kind of blocking up the mare on the moon. But so when do all the aliens come out of the hollow moon, Van Dellen? That's a secret. You're now on a watch list. The ugly German truths, damn lag. When Shills get past 75 minutes, it does not stay on live for more than 20 seconds, and sometimes you end up 5 or 10 minutes behind. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I've noticed YouTube doing that here past couple months.
All right. I made it.
Okay. You're back.
I am. Where is the window I need? I am still really confused on switching from Google Meets to Teams in the setup. You think it wouldn't be that big a deal, just trading one chat app for another, but it's just really got my head screwed up because I had those behaviors trained into me for quite a while using Meets, you know?
Oh yeah, that whole, well, that thing's over there, this thing's over here, I know what to do, blah blah blah. Yeah, yep. And messing around with the Teams app, it's like, where is everything?
Yeah, it's all gone. Yeah. But, you know, another week I should be like muscle memoried in so I can just simply act instead of have to think first. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, I know with stuff like this, as far as like Astro streams, any of the Astro streams that I do, pretty much if folks hop in on like a Teams or something like that, I'm gonna not even pay attention to the pop-ups of who's talking. I'm just gonna listen for people. I'm gonna have to listen for people.
Yeah. But, you know, depending on how things go and whatnot, we'll get a little, hopefully we can get a little, you know, fundraising action in for a couple things, because it would be nice to, there's a couple people in the team that really need a little coverage just because, you know, pandemic, inflation, life has taken its toll and they're right on the edge. And there's a couple other things like a few hardware upgrades that would really be cool. Like, you know, we could be doing like a stream like this weekly, but simulcast it on your observatory channel as well. And then, you know, slowly get people going over there instead over time, right? You know, and then instead of doing live Astro when we're doing the Shills the way this is, you know, we could do something else that's kind of similar but different, you know?
Yeah, it, hold on, let me stop. Guide, there we go. One of the fun things with doing the live Astro at times is you tend to you end up catching things that you don't normally catch. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're doing astrophotography or anything like that, you're not watching any of this. You just you just hit record and then come back when it's done recording the frames and then deal with that later and things like that.
Yeah, Von Dalen in the chat, you know, weekly Astro stream. That'd be really cool, right? Put on some cool tunes, you know, just a few of the Shills hanging out, cool images, little chatter and whatnot. I mean, I think it's a great idea. Smoke them if you got them, baby.
Yeah, because I definitely need to start doing more Astro stuff on my astronomy channel, because I haven't been doing anything.
Dude, I got an idea. We've got other people with equipment that are watchers of the Shills and in the family and whatnot, right? We could weekly bring in a few other people to use Teams to send their images in while we're all hanging out and whatnot too. And we could be like, okay, we're going to switch over to level 70 or whoever here and, you know, bring up the image, you know, and geez, we might have something here. It'd be like an astronomy talk show where you share live streams and stuff at the same time, right?
Yeah, a bunch of astronauts geeking out. Yeah.
And you know, I'll play. Yeah, and I'll do all the gag stuff like this crap, you know.
Meanwhile, everybody in chat just going, huh? What did they just say? What do you mean I need a scientific calculator? Just show me pretty pictures.
But yeah, it could be cool. You know, I think it's a great idea. We could probably round up quite a few people.
For the 4K Skycam, which I could technically run 24/7. I eventually want to get that working. I found a fun little. It took forever to set it up in OBS, but it does work. The Skycam shoots the night sky at 1 frame every 4 seconds. It's a long exposure, and was able to tune OBS so that OBS would only output at 1 frame every 4 seconds to YouTube. Now it takes like 2 or 3 minutes when you say, start streaming. It takes 2 or 3 minutes for YouTube to even recognize you're sending them anything, because there's like this frame count thing that they have to deal with. But I was actually able to do the 4K all sky in 4K.
Cool.
And didn't have to worry about doing 30 frames per second. You need 100 megabits upload and all that other stuff. It was actually fun.
Well, I might start saving up to get a Mac Studio soon. So if I ever do and you're still needing an upgrade, I'll send you this box.
Oh, I even got that Intel compute stick. That poor sad little Intel compute stick. I got that able to stream at 1080p at a low frame rate.
Wow.
Granted, I'm gonna need to pull the CPU cooler off and replace it with something much bigger, because it was running at 98-99% the entire time.
Yeah.
It's one of those, okay, so you hook it up to a display, you tell it to start streaming, you disconnect it from the display, and then just leave it alone and hope to God it doesn't break.
Yeah. Indeed, man. It's just screaming for its life. You ever seen somebody water cool an Intel and compute stick?
Van Talon asks in chat, have you ever spotted a UFO? Yes, I've actually seen a couple of UFOs. And it ended up taking me about 2 months to nail down what it was I was actually seeing. Because we get weird things like one of the local air bases here occasionally flies their Black Hawks real low without marker lights in the middle of the night, which they're not supposed to do. So one of the UFOs I saw was basically the Black Hawk illuminated by the ground light pollution, giving these weird streaked static stills. Birds at night with long exposures tend to look really weird. A couple of satellites that are not on my telemetry list. Now, what's really cool is with the light pollution from the ground, you get something like geese or ducks with like a nice bright white belly, and you end up having a V pattern fly across the screen in the middle of the night. Like, what the hell is that?
That's cool.
It's a UFO squadron coming to catch one of the locals.
Later, William. Take it easy, man.
See you, William.
I put in a little GIF animated spinning UFO across the screen there when you were answering the question. I agree, Michelle. Clowns are creepy as fuck.
Flying clown. Now that would be scary.
Like, why would you dress somebody up like that and put makeup on them when clearly before you started, they're not somebody you ever wanted around your children in the first place? Because that's how it always ends up.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get clowns. Tony regime, gulls at night with a bit of light pollution look odd until you work out what they are. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, I've seen those too. And because I'm basically in a port region, there's also a bunch of other flying critters and crap that will occasionally show up.
Yeah, I agree there, Aaron. If I had to be trapped on an island with either a clown or a cannibal, I'd find comfort in the fact that I'm thin and chewy. Indeed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the thing, yeah. Yeah, I would pick the same. I would pick the same. So yeah, I checked out while you were away. I checked out the what the stream looks like on their end, on the broadcast side. Yeah, the gradients block up a little bit and all. There is a little bit of a detail loss. Yeah, push into 1440. We'll probably do it. Probably make a big difference.
Okay, cool.
Because I mean, you've seen my astronomy live streams where one's at 1080p and the other one's at 1440, and the 1440 looks worlds better.
Yeah.
For no reason.
It's not that much resolution. There must be something in the YouTube ingestion server that flips a switch and says, here, we'll give you a way bigger bandwidth just because you're up over 1080, right?
Yep.
It's the only thing that makes sense. You know, it really does. Morons.
Well, that used to be the case.
Yeah.
Because I know it's recommended to a lot of streamers. Yeah, you don't want to stream at 1080. You don't want to stream at 1080. You bump it up just a little bit beyond 1080 to like 1440, 2K, or 4K. Even if your bit rate's lower, it doesn't matter because there used to be anything 1080p and lower used to use a different codec. It used to get sent out as a different codec. And now it's all getting sent out under the same codec, but apparently the compression algorithm hasn't changed. Yeah.
I think you're right, because now it's all unified under the new one, but at the same time, there still seems to be that barrier. Like, you know, OBS and everything, when you're at 1080 tells you 5100 kilobit a second. 5100 is just not enough for fine detailed stuff. That's just not enough information per second. It's ridiculous.
What the other thing is I also think that there's a channel bias.
Oh, definitely.
I've seen 1080p live streams that look incredible. Yeah. I mean, absolutely incredible.
Dude, you can see it. If you go and download a 15-minute Linus Tech Tip video at 1080p versus somebody else who get like, 6,000 subs or whatever, the file's bigger.
Yeah.
Like, I'd like to do that. I'd like to do that test with like an LTT live stream versus our own at the same length.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah,
because for example, Mauna Kea Observatory does a 24/7 live stream of the night sky, and it's at 1080p. And I've pushed my channel to 4K, and mine still looks worse, even at 4K versus their 1080.
Yeah. Figure me that, right? Come on.
Sitting here saying hi to a kitty. saying hi to the big old fat man.
I dropped the link in the live show link there for any of the shills that want to, jump in.
Well, I'm probably going to be wrapping it up here pretty soon because it's getting close to midnight.
Yeah, at this time I have to get it back into parenting mode here soon too. Otherwise, things get missed, and then it's like, crap, But yeah, I think this was a good first test. We'll do another one, tomorrow, and we'll dial it all up to 1440 and push the bit rate up and see where we get.
Yeah. Sorry about the wobbly moon, folks. Sky's getting more and more unstable. The atmosphere is getting more unstable. It happens.
Yeah, we have tiny wisps of clouds in front of the moon here right now. And if you're back far enough, it looks cool, but then it's no much different than just looking with your eye, right? But if you go in, it just, it plays havoc, right?
Oh, Pantalon said the resolution's just size. If you want really nice crispy 4K, you need to have a camera with 10 bits. I tried streaming at 12-bit 4K raw. I actually managed to get my camera was running at 12-bit 4K raw, and it looked worse than some 1080p streams I've seen.
Wow.
And that's actually on my 4K Skycam on my Astronomy channel. That's actually downscaled. Because that camera actually runs closer to 8K. And when I pull that's running, I think that's one with the better encoder on it, or the better bit depth on it. I think that's one's like 16-bit. So it's 16-bit raw before I send it out. So yeah, it's just this weird game with YouTube, this weird little dance you have to do with YouTube.
Yeah. We're going to have to do it like brute force trial and error.
Yeah.
But it'll be worth it. And we know teams can handle it. That's the important thing, right? Is now we have a way of transmitting the clear image. Now we just got to fight YouTube. So we've half the battle done now, which is good.
So driving in Luton, it's better than at the moment in UK. What CCD am I using to live stream? Okay, in the upper left-hand corner, scope, mount, camera, and exposure. I'm using an ASI 294. That is that is a micro four thirds sensor, and it's running unbend, so this is running at full resolution, which I think is like 11 meg. And then my 4K Skycam that I downscale is actually a 20 megapixel sensor.
Yeah, I sure like the clarity of it. On a real clear night and everything, this would be rocking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame that where my parents are at, the internet is kind of a joke. You're lucky if you get a connection, kind of deal. Because oh man, what I could do out there. Oh geez.
Yeah. Too bad you don't have like a fiber connection like I do, where you could just, you could throw 40 megabits per second up or whatever, and easy, like not even thinking about it, right?
Yeah. Because it's where my folks are at is one of the darkest skies you can get east of the Mississippi. And it's dark enough where if you wake up in the middle of the night, yeah, you're sitting there, you wake up like, oh, I'm gonna go outside and smoke a cigarette, and all the lights are off. Step outside and you look around. You can actually walk around through the yard without a flashlight because of Milky Way glow.
Wow. Dark where I am. I don't know, like a third of the way up the west side of the Rocky Mountains in British Columbia, and I'm on the edge of a town that's like, you know, just 30,000 people, and so we get some lovely skies for watching. It's really cool.
That's so funny. In time, I'm here 2 minutes and he's bragging about that fiber.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of that, if a certain company that starts with a V would ever get the goddamn freaking cable laid and everything, we might be switching over to fiber.
It'd be awesome. It up in Canada, my connection is not cheap. Oh dear God. But you know, doing all this YouTube stuff and whatnot, it's worth spending the extra few bucks to get the speed, right? I never have to worry about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing here is, short of a commercial account, we kind of get the fastest we can get over coax. So yeah, we get a gig down, but the problem is we're limited to like 30 up. And that's, you know, that's optimal conditions with nobody really doing anything. Yeah, right. You can get 30 up. But unlike coax with fiber, your up and your down are basically the same.
Yeah.
So if I get get gig service down, I get gig up.
Yeah, up here in Canada, they still don't balance them out for some reason. Even with fiber, I have more down than up. It's ridiculous. It's like, you know, this is the day and age of the cloud. It should just be 50-50. Like, what the hell? You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it might have something to do with your ISP, the way they have it set up. But
No, it is. But all Canadian ISPs do it. It's like they still think they're balancing load from dial-up days. You know, it's really strange. Like, just get over it.
But then again, we've talked about your upload and download speeds. It's not like you're getting, you know, a gig down and only like 20 meg up.
No. Yeah. I'm over a gig down and over 500 up, but it's still half up to my down. It should be just 1-to-1, you know.
Yeah.
But my upload speed is such that I could, you know, I can have my file server running, my torrent client, and my Plex server and everything, and serve a show, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Van Dalen in chat. Everybody should be able to look up at the sky and see the galaxy. Hells yeah.
Indeed.
Hells yeah.
You know, there's so much that can be done that's actually not much work that would seriously reduce light pollution. You know, just all you need is just a little cover over a street lamp to make sure the light's actually going down and so on, you know? I mean,
yeah. I'm not an official member, but I am through Backyard Observatory. I am linked with the Dark Sky Association.
Oh, cool.
And we did the whole there was a big campaign here, I think it was about a month ago or 2 months ago, where they asked everybody to go outside and do sky readings, light pollution readings, so that they can update their maps and everything. And some of the results that came back, it was actually kind of scary.
Yeah.
Well, based on the curve in the past, you know, it's supposed to go like this, and we're seeing this. Just a massive sharp spike in light pollution after the like LED transitions and after COVID lockdown.
Yeah, I'm only about a 40-minute drive from a somewhat major Canadian observatory that's actually like actively doing some good work and whatnot, and it's a very prevalent thing in our news to hear people talking about light pollution and keeping it in the minds of people and whatnot. And it's really hilarious too, because the observatory that's near me is a radio observatory, but they still argue against light pollution because they're an observatory, right? I love it. You know,
well, it's the same thing with Green Bank Observatory, which is a pretty big name for radio observatories. They're the same way. We don't want light pollution out here.
Mm-hmm.
We also want you to turn off your damn cell phones and Bluetooth devices and all those other things because you'll screw up big dishes. But yeah, we don't want any light pollution out here.
A good point there from 907 Pike, Alaska. Has a big effect on plants and trees too. Indeed, it really does. And there's lots of other like critters that are very like nocturnal for breeding seasons and whatnot that, you know, urban environment light pollution can screw with.
Dude, I have sparrows and mockingbirds and stuff like that chirping in the middle of the night. Because it just all the damn light pollution. They don't know when the hell to go to sleep.
That's right.
Aaron Reese put in the chat, transitioning from orange sodium lights to the white LEDs has had a really nasty effect. Yeah,
indeed.
And that could have been mitigated. It could have been mitigated because one of the key points with the white LEDs was it was going to be directed light only where you want it and not all over the place. And then the suggestion was, even by here in the U.S., there's an organization that's basically all the lighting manufacturers in the U.S. And they're like, okay, so you have your white LEDs, they're directed, they're focused. And then if you're going to do those, you know, like casual street lamp globes, they were specifically suggesting you use LEDs that output light in the same general spectrum as sodium lights.
Right.
So that you could easily filter it out. And nobody did it. Everybody just went for the biggest, brightest white light LEDs that they could find. And you can't filter those.
No. Yeah, not helpful at all. I hate that. You know, astronomy is a good thing to be doing, like with your kids and whatnot and blah, blah, too. So come on, you know?
Yeah. And the frustrating part is it's actually gotten to the point where there are very specific narrow band filters that kind of sort of work under white LED light pollution, but the damn things are about $1,000.
Oh, wow.
It's like, really? I need to spend $1,000 on a light pollution filter because people won't turn off the damn lights?
That's crazy.
And I live in an area where light trespass is not a thing. So
yeah,
I could by law install a carbon arc light in my backyard and basically peel the paint off of everybody's house around me, and it's completely legal from a lighting aspect.
Wow, how annoying.
It's like I could build a miniature sun in my backyard and nobody could complain about it because it's within the non-existent statutes for light pollution.
If you had a flat earth neighbor, you could really fuck their head up. Man, that's close.
I was actually tempted to do that because of my neighbor's light. They have a 250 watt mercury light in their backyard as their porch light. So they basically have a street light on the back of their house.
Yeah.
That they never turn off.
Oh, man. That's ridiculous.
So I do have the coils and stuff here. I could, if I wanted to, build an carbon arc light and put it in the backyard. Of course, the wife said no.
I went and bought a can of spray insulation foam because this guy that parks in the townhouse complex behind ours has just recently got one of those unbelievably loud boy racer mufflers, and I'm really considering just filling it up one night. I'm not kidding. I just pump it right full, man. Screw you, pal. There's no way that thing's road legal, so I don't care.
Oh, the good stuff is the ceiling adhesive expanding foam. It's basically not much different than basically foam epoxy.
Oh, that's what I want. Yeah. So you can't even drill it out, right? It's just over. Yeah.
Aaron,
that's what I want.
Aaron Reese in the chat. Well, the courts do frown on it when you incinerate your neighbor's retinas.
Yeah, they should, you know.
Anna, I have farm light. That's all out here. My folks have their farm lights and all, and they're the bright lights, you know, the top like 200-watt lights and stuff. But then again, they have bears, and there's coyote. Of course, you're going to want a damn light on.
Yeah. That's all the surrounding homes of my little town, because it's all like orchards and vineyards and bears and deers and everything, the whole bit, right? I mean, I'm in the middle of the Rockies in a valley, you know. But even then,
Tony Regime in the chat, get a 10,000-watt light and point it down the road and see how long it takes for them to legislate light pollution.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, somebody call Commissioner Gordon. I need that signal for a few days.
Actually, the funny thing is for spotlights like that, I would need a permit. For directional high-intensity lights, I do need a permit. But for omnidirectional high-intensity lights, I don't.
Wow.
But yeah, 10,000-watt light, yeah, I could do that.
Oh man, yeah, it's sometimes there's just too much. It's a bit unneeded. Like, I mean, sure, you could pollute the skies with light as much as you want, but you could also get what are they called now? Hold on a minute, I'm sure the word will come to me. Oh yes, a fence.
Well, the other thing is I spoke with my neighbor about this, and what triggered it was my daughter and I were out in the backyard doing astronomy, visual astronomy, and somebody tried to break into her backyard.
Wow.
They were laughing at how it was so nice of my neighbor to light up everybody's yard so they could see what there is to steal.
Oh, wow.
So I went and I spoke with my neighbor, and I said, you know, not only is the light pollution annoying, it also causes migraines when you're looking through, you know, a dark telescope eyepiece, and then you take your eye away from the eyepiece and there's this bright 250-watt light glaring right in your eye.
Like, you can't get your night vision going the way you want to. Like, you want to go outside and be in the dark and let your eyes settle in. It's much easier.
Well, in addition to that, I also told them that having that light on all night like that does increase crime. Light pollution increases crime rates. And he just kind of gave me this, yeah, whatever, bub. Look.
It's true, though.
And I'm like, no, there was a 20-year study done in almost every major city in the world, and there's a definite correlation between the increase in light pollution and the increase in crime.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, really? Name one. I was like, okay, so remember a few years back, Chicago's Summer of Lead, their first Summer of Lead? That whole, there's more lead in the air than there is air because of all the shootings and stuff. That was the same year that they installed lighting in all the back alleys.
Yeah. People got to see something to steal it.
Yep.
Right. And, you know, if some neighborhood crook knows that grandma and grandpa Kettle live in the house over there, it doesn't matter if your backyard is lit up at 3 a.m. Your punk ass isn't up. Everyone knows it. I mean, I don't understand what you think you're solving.
Well, the other thing is which is more suspicious? Somebody wandering around a yard in the middle of the night with a bright flashlight, or somebody just casually walking around a well-lit yard in the middle of the night? I think the guy running around with a flashlight in the middle of the night is pretty goddamn suspicious. Because most people have lights on the back. Yeah, most people have lights on the back of their houses. They're just going to turn on the yard light and walk outside.
You know? And it's the same thing like if you have one of those lights that flash on for motion. If the same person flashes it on like 5 times over a 3-week period and nobody ever pops their head out and goes, hey, what's going on? Well, your bike is still getting stolen. You've just made it easier for them to fucking cut the lock because they can see what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is most people, when they get those motion sensing lights, they never adjust them. So everything from like a squirrel running across the yard sets the damn thing off.
Yeah. Yeah. My neighbor has one hooked up to her carport, and anybody who goes near the dumpster across the street to put their garbage away can trigger it. And that's so far from her house that all it is false positives. So that means every time it flicks on, she never goes to look. So why bother?
Vandalen in chat talking to Aaron Reeves. Yeah, I'd love to see the stars from the ocean. Middle in the ocean, complete darkness. Must be so amazing. Looking at stars like our ancestors did. My wife is retired Navy, medically retired Navy. She's a disabled vet, and she's seen the night sky out in the middle of the ocean, and said it is just absolutely amazing. You get lost. You can't find constellations because there's so many damn stars. It's just nothing but stars.
That's awesome.
Now I've been to one dark site that got close to that. After being under city lighting for so long, went out to this one really dark site, and I couldn't find my way around the sky because there was just too many damn stars.
There's a place for me. It's a camping spot, and it's only about an hour-ish away from here, but it's over the hill and into another little valley, and it is pitch black at night. That's all there is to it. And you can see the stripe of the Milky Way just like you see it in pictures. It's amazing.
Yeah. And that's one of the big pushes. That's one of the big pushes with the Dark Sky Association, is nobody owns the sky. Our ability to see the stars should be a damn right.
Damn right, man.
Because it is culturally and psychologically important to be able to see the sky at night.
I agree. You know, did we just get a new member in and something's not telling me properly? Did John Pearson just become a member and somehow I'm not being told? Is that what's going on here? Fuck this stuff, man. Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. It was just really slow to come in. Here we go. Yeah. John Pearson upgraded membership to the Shills Grand Master. Oh, well, awesome, John. Thank you very much. Too cool.
That's awesome.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Shoot. I forgot. I don't have the alert box here. Hold on a second here. All right, 1 second.
Yeah, eventually once if I actually spend more time focusing on my channels, my astronomy channel and then my daughter's channel, and get those in that monetization sub range. And I'll probably end up doing the same, like the membership thing and stuff like that too.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Loretta, I got Fluffy the Dragon coming proper full screen now. Looked amazing against the moon. Let's do that again. That was great.
Now I can need to open up my browser to go to the stream to take a look at it. And poor computer's like, screw you. That's all.
Yeah, I agree, Anna. That looks so good over the moon. I'm doing that one more time. It's just really cool.
Okay, because I'm watching now. Oh yeah, that's kick-ass. That's awesome.
Yeah. Interesting.
Dragons on the moon.
That was cool. Yeah, thanks again, John. Awesome. Very cool. What is it now? Yeah, it's almost going on 9 here. So you know what? Yeah, I think I've got a 15-minute countdown to now.
Okay.
Yeah. That'd be about right. That way I can make sure Nugget is all, situated and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
He was doing some driving today in some of the older Need for Speed games and really getting the hang of it.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Finally starting to modulate the throttle and use some brake and whatnot, and push the speed in the corners and keeping his handling and whatnot. Yeah, it's good. It's good. He's been watching like Formula One races with me since he was like 3 years old. So he should be getting it by now. Formula One auto racing season started up again yesterday. It was the first race of the season. I won't give any spoilers in case you're a fan and haven't watched yet, but open pretty good. I can't wait. It'll be good.
But yeah, even though we spent most of the time just sitting here staring at the moon, this was definitely a good test.
Oh yeah.
Because I'll definitely go back and look through this. Actually look at the stream.
Yeah. We've gotten some good viewer reaction and response out of it too. Like geeking out, doing some astronomy weekly on the channel, inviting some other people to, send in footage or live feeds, right? That we can show as well and whatnot. I think we might be onto something there,
The ugly German in the chat. Luxury hobbies should never be a right. Now you're talking about astronomy? Because I'm actually curious about that because there are some that just do random stuff, staring at the sky, kind of stuff like that. However, there are those of us that do submit data. Like, for example, with my 4K All Sky, when I go back in and track fireballs and stuff, that data ends up getting submitted to the American Meteor Society. And you can actually pinpoint tracks as to point of origin, where it was, how bright it was, and things like that. So I actually do contribute. Come to think of it, most of us that do astronomy live streams do actually contribute to the science. God, there was somebody that who was it? Oh, I can't remember. There was this random amateur astronomer that has the record for asteroid detection, discovering new asteroids. And he's just like, the guy lives in like an ideal location and is out, like his gear's running like almost every night, and he does he'll scan a part of the sky for like over a few nights, and then scan another part of the sky over a few nights, and just goes through gigs, actually terabytes of data. And he ends up picking up stuff that observatories miss.
Cool. That'd be amazing.
In time. Astronomy sucks. Other than helping us harness sun power, protect from flares, landing a man on the moon, helping us colonize other worlds. What the fuck does it actually do?
Monty Python moment. What has astronomy ever done for us?
Yeah, it's a shame Dr. Bob left, because he's been doing asteroid tracking.
Yeah.
He's got good skies and like a perfect scope for it too.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous of that damn Rasa he has. But what is that? Astronomy is spacing but sober.
Yeah, that sounds like something Ace Frehley would have said in like 1977, man.
Yeah, in time also said, yeah, a lot of real astronomy comes in from those backgrounds. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. The vast majority of data in astronomy comes from amateur astronomers.
Yeah.
Just NASA gets all the glory.
Yeah.
Maybe because they just happen to have a telescope in space or two.
Well, if you count some of the other ones that are sort of telescopes, but kind of different and whatnot, there's quite a few instruments in space, you know, checking out the cosmos these days. In time show, not bitter. The Dark Knight satellite, real or BS?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. That one that keeps popping up in the conspiracy theory groups a couple of times. It's this really odd looking shape, and it's black, and it shows up in a couple of videos.
Does it say Wayne Enterprises on the side of it?
I would need to find it again, but somebody did 3D modeling with light mapping, and the shape they came up with was basically just a piece of scrap off of a booster. When the booster separated, a random piece of sheet metal, basically.
Like 907 Pike, Alaska says, they think it's an ancient satellite that's been lost in space for millions of years. Can you imagine if we actually came across the probe that made Jean-Luc Picard live an entire other life in 30 minutes? Remember that episode, with the flute and everything? Oh, yeah.
You know what really surprises me is it's a money-making idea. If somebody other than Elon Musk actually went up and repaired and upgraded the Hubble. He's like, hey, NASA, we'll take it over. We'll take over the Hubble. We'll upgrade it. We'll service it. And then turn around and started leasing scope time for money. Oh, yeah, it's only going to cost you about $5,000 per hour of usage. But hey, you want to use the Hubble tonight?
Yeah. Imagine though, crowdfunding a couple hours of Hubble time. Like you would want 6 months to plan it.
Yeah, because renting out scope time from dark sites, there are a couple of when that first started out, people were like, nah, nobody will do that. Nobody will pay for that. And there's money in it. There's money in it. There's one company that leases scope time, and they have $1 million worth of just scopes out in their field, basically. And,
wow.
And using for the non-astro geeks, you guys probably won't get this. They have Ross's and they have Riccardi Honders, and Riccardi Honders are extremely fast, extremely expensive scopes.
Oh, your audio's fading in and out a tiny bit, Loki.
It might be due to system load. Is it better now?
So far.
Okay. But yeah, they have like $1 million worth of scopes and a scope farm. Essentially, you see pictures of it. It's row after row after row of telescopes, and they just rent out scope time.
That's amazing. That's not a bad idea. I mean, if you had the $1 million, you know, I got about 60, so maybe not. I'm not opposed to having more. I just don't.
Yeah, I think one of the things we might see eventually is private companies getting into space-based telescopes, small space-based telescopes off of built around like CubeSats and stuff, and leasing scope time that way.
Well, you know, people are talking about like a gun literally that could shoot a satellite up into orbit so you don't have to use a rocket. I heard that the Acme Corporation is working on a slingshot to do the same thing.
What? Astronomy jokes. Oh, gee.
Yeah, I hear they've already hired Dennis the Menace for testing, so, you know, we'll see how it goes.
Astronomy is like porn. The porn stars get all the fame, but everyone watches the amateurs.
That's funny. CF Beauty. Have you heard about the new restaurant on the moon? The food is good, but there's just no atmosphere.
This glasses thing is driving me nuts because EQ mod, which is what's controlling the mount, is in the upper left-hand screen. So every time I look up from chat to look at the camera, you know, for what's going out, I get a glint off of my glasses right where the scope controller software is. And normally and here's the thing, my glasses are kind of like that tortoise shell, so the light reflection is kind of yellowish. It's almost the exact same color as the flashing warning color for the software.
Oh,
so I'm like,
that would drive you crazy.
It is. I'm like, wait, was that a mount lock warning? Oh no, it's just my glasses.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, I forgot to put like an ending in. I'll go back to the whole intro to Battlestar Galactica for the ending then.
I got an ending. Granted, it's from my astronomy channel, but I got an ending.
Okay, perfect. Do that then.
Okay.
I know I don't mean right this second or anything, but I was just looking. I was like, you know, my list of scenes is usually like 60 for a show, and I have 2. It's just really strange right now to be doing this. I'm so kerfuffled. It's not the way I would normally do something.
Well, then again, you threw together the broadcasting side, and I pretty much threw together the setup, running my set setup. So I'm like, I'm technically producing, and you're just the middleman.
Yeah, but I'm overlaying the odd thing too, so it's weird. Like I've tried to click you a few times to move you somewhere just for shits and giggles, but I can't. You know, it's really fucked up.
Moving Loki denied.
Yeah. See, I can grab Grubby here and, you know, bring him up to the moon and big Grubby, little Grubby, and bring him back down, right? And I can send myself for a little run over here. Wow. But I can't do anything else. I'm stuck. It's so weird.
Gee, I bet that logo in the bottom right-hand corner is just driving you nuts right now.
I almost put the Shills watermark over it.
Oh God, CF Beauty. The puzzled astronomy student spent all night wondering where the sun went. But then it dawned on him. Oh God. Astronomy dad jokes. Oh no, astronomy dad jokes. That's good. That's good.
That's funny. Oh, just give me 1 second here. Oh no, wait a minute. Well, are you still wanting to stream some more Loki, or are you wanting to wrap it up? Because right now, I can check. I gotta, you know, run out and around the corner and whatnot. But it doesn't sound to me like I'm wanted for parenting. It sounds like I've been punked right off. So I might not be in a rush. You know, it's up to you.
No, I need to get some sleep. Got to get up early for the little one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I have to worry for about another hour until like the bedtime routine starts. Normally I'd be harassed by now, but he just seems to be in that whole, you know, I don't need you mode. You know?
What do you want? I'm busy.
Yeah.
Go away.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, you know, he's a young teenager now, but you know, there's going to be times when I'm sure I just don't want to know. So, you know, it's fine with me, man. Yeah.
Got to poke the moon in the belly button. Boop, 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 boop.
That's funny. See here, let's take the UFO out for one more spin, shall we? Where did I park it? There it is. Don't hit Grubby.
Now, folks out there in YouTube land, I'm not seeing any of this on my end, so I have no idea what he's doing. Ventalin, that's not a belly button, that's the airlock. How many people are going to get put on a watch list tonight letting secrets out? You're not supposed to tell anybody that's in the airlock.
I got a flat earth joke for everybody. I have to play it once. You won't get to hear it, but you'll hear it the second time, Loki, and go, oh, for fuck's sake.
It is the sextant versus the globe.
Dude, I don't even have a browser open right now.
No, but you'll hear it in the thing. 1 second. Let me turn on the monitoring now that I've...
okay.
Yeah. Here, I've even got him centered over the moon. It should look pretty cool. All right, ready? Here we go. You'll hear it this time. It is the
sextant versus the globe.
Mitchell the Flat Earther, you were on the moon.
907 Pike says, Moonanites. No, loonies. They're called loonies.
And driving in Luton, he's crashing a UFO into Tycho Crater.
The loonies might get a little upset if you call them Moonanites.
The Moonies. Isn't that what the Wayouts used to call themselves?
No, loonies is from Moon is a Harsh Mistress. All the people that lived on the moon were loonies.
Oh, right. Anybody in the chat remember the Wayouts, man? Tell me what TV show that's from.
Wait, was that one of those kids shows that gave me nightmares? I can't remember.
It's from one episode of a famous old show. We're going way out, way out. That's where the fun is, way out. They were a rock and roll band on the Flintstones in an episode.
Oh, okay. I never watched the Flintstones. I never really liked them.
I'm a big fan either.
I was never really a fan of Barbera animation anyway.
You know, yeah, mostly I'm the same way.
But so yeah, I guess we should wrap this up so I can grab my food for the day, get some sleep.
Yeah.
And then we'll play around with up in the resolution and stuff another day this week.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely will. I'm free Wednesday evening around 6 p.m. Pacific. So I could do some playing that night for sure, and then Thursday again I could do some anytime.
Yeah, Thursday I think might be the last night I can have the scope out because we're supposed to get rain this weekend.
Oh, that sucks.
Ugly German in the chat made a very good point that the best results from the Hubble are several days of exposing faint spots and stuff. And yeah, that is actually a very, very good point. With the modern sensors now, oh man, imagine the sensor out of a Sony AS7 III version 3 in the Hubble. Ooh.
What are the specs on a sensor like that?
That's the one, the Sony AS7 2s and 3s are the ones that if you go to watch those like all sky 4K or all sky, 1080p 30 frames per second kind of real-time all sky live streams, they're all running Sony AS7s. Because the sensor gain is, I think it's like a couple 100,000 ISO equivalent.
Wow.
It's absolutely it borders night vision.
Wow. Well, Sony know a thing or two about sensors. They've proved that over the years. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that much about that kind of stuff, but
So yeah, let's wrap it up.
All right.
We'll get out of here. Then we'll torture these people again another day this week.
Yeah, cool. So you remember, everybody, hide the children. Loki's going to be live in another couple of nights with the telescope again, and it could be your bedroom window he's peeking in.
I actually have I got a scope for that somewhere. Yeah. Oh, wait, we're still live. Shit.
A real ending. Oh, I have to get rid of my picture. I have to get rid of the grubby. Bye-bye, grubby. I'll dial down the music. I'll make it all subtle. I'm still doing Galactic. I gotta. Good night, everybody.
There are those who believe that life here began out there, far across the universe, with tribes of humans who may have been the forefathers of the Egyptians, or the Toltecs, or the Mayans. Some believe that there may yet be brothers of man who even now fight to survive. somewhere beyond the heavens,